Today we will plot points on a coordinate plane. On your paper is a coordinate plane. This right here, this figure. Now we're going to label some important parts of the coordinate plane. We have the x-axis, which is the axis that goes from left to right, and the y-axis, which is the axis that goes up and down. So please label those two parts on your picture. Now the x and the y-axis are simply number lines. So for the x-axis, it's a regular straight across number line, with 0 being in the middle, right here. And then to the right of the x-axis is positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so on. And the lines are where the numbers are. And to the left is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Now the y-axis is also a number line, except it runs up and down, with the positives on top and the negatives on the bottom. And just like the x-axis, 0 is in the middle. So we have positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6, and so on. And at the bottom, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, and negative 8. If you would like to label those lines, pause the video and label them now. In the middle, where x is 0 and y is 0, that's called the origin. And that's going to be very important for us today. So I'm going to write the word origin, and then we're going to put 0, 0. Notice I have a parenthesis, number, comma, another number, parenthesis. And that is this point right here. Each of these squares, or rectangles, are a quadrant. So we start here in the top right-hand corner, and that's quadrant 1, and we're going to go counterclockwise, which always confuses me because I'm used to going clockwise. And this is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. If you could please pause the video and label those parts of the coordinate plane. On the bottom of your paper is what we call an ordered pair. So please label that. And it's called an ordered pair because it's written in order. The first number here is the x-axis, and the second number here is the y. And it's very important, that's why it's called ordered. They are in order, just like the alphabet, x comes before y. And it's a pair because there are two of them. Now we're going to start to plot some points. So if you could please draw this thinking map underneath each of your points below. Pause the video if you need to. For our first ordered pair that we're going to plot, letter A, the x is 3 and the y is 5. So underneath here, I'm going to write 3, positive 3 for the x, positive 5 for the y. Please do that on your paper. Positive 3 for the x means to go right 3, because that's where the positive numbers are on the x-axis. And the positive 5 for the y means to go up 5, because that's where the positives are on the y-axis. Now we're going to come over here and we start in the origin where the 0, 0 is. And we're going to read our directions. It says 3 right, 5 up. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 lines to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up. And I'm going to put a dot. And since it has an A next to it, I'm going to label this point A. So when somebody looks at my grid, they know which point that is. Now let's do letter B. The x is 0 and the y is negative 4. So I'm going to put a 0 for the x, -4 for the y. Now the 0 tells me to stay. I can't move 0 spaces for the x. The y is a -4. Remember, those are down on the y-axis. So I'm going to plot my point. I'm going to start in the middle. It says to stay 0 and down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put a point there, and this is point B. Now for letter C, x is -1 and y is -2. So I'm going to write those two numbers down on my map. Remember, the x-axis is left to right, so since the x is a -1, that means to go left 1, and y is -2, and the negatives are down on the y-axis. So my directions tell me to go left 1, down 2. I'm going to put my pencil in the middle of the origin, and I'm going to go left 1 and down 1, 2. And I'm going to put a point there, and I'm going to label it C. Now pause the video, and I would like for you to plot point D, E, and F. Okay, hopefully you've done that. Let's check our answers. So for D, it says left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check your answer, please. Letter E says to go right 2, starting in the origin, 1, 2, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And letter F says to go right 5, 3, 4, 5, and then to stay. So he stays right on the x-axis. Please make any corrections. Now, we are going to, oops, sorry guys, I shouldn't be up there. We are going to tell where the points are. So I'm going to come over here, and just like when I was plotting them, I'm going to start in the middle, the origin, and I need to go, remember the x is first, and that's the right or the left. So to get to L, I have to go left 1, 2, 3. So remember that makes it a -3. And then I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And since I went down, that makes the y negative. Put your comma in between, parentheses on the outside, and we're finished. Now let's do M. Starting in the origin, remember I want to go left to right first, so I need to go left 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes that a -4. So to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I need to go up 1, 2, 3. So that makes the y a positive since I went up. Put my comma between my ordered pairs, parentheses on both sides so that we know it's an ordered pair. Letter N. Well, I don't need to go left or right, I just stay. So remember that means 0. And then I need to go up 1, 2 lines. So since I went up, that makes it a +2. Put my comma in the middle and parentheses on both sides. so that everyone knows it's an ordered pair. Pause the video and find O, P, and Q. Check your answers.